All right, all you beginners out there. Um, I'm just going to try and show you how to use the ball or the target that you use to play the wind. So let's just get into here. We've got, I do believe I've now maxed out Tour 1. So here's another rule of thumb. When playing the game, I know at first you're going to play the first couple very simple, but you want to, you see at the top underneath Tour 1, that's your trophy count. The more trophies you get, the more tours will unlock. So you want to max out your trophy tour before you move to the next one. For instance, I'm on Tour 2 here. Before I go to Tour 3, I want to max out this to 50 to go to Tour 3. Now you also notice that there is a prize value underneath. So you need, for Tour 1, 50 coins to play each hole. Tour 2, you need 200. And then Tour 3 takes a big jump to 800. Now, the rule of thumb, it's kind of hard for the first 3 tours because that jump from 200 to 800 is quite a big number. But you want to have 7 to 10 times the money it costs to play the tour, just so you got some wiggle room there. To lose a couple, win a couple type of thing. So anyway, we will, let's get into this Tour 2 here. So when playing the wind, now the wind is not very crazy down in Tour 1, 2, but you'll need to learn how to use it for later on. Now, as you can see, the wind is blowing at 2 kilometers or 2 miles an hour, sorry. So there's a ball guide out there, and I'm not going to go, or a wind guide out there, and I'm not going to go through it with you because it just takes, you're going to have to look that up yourself. But the rings, each ring equals an amount of wind to play. Now, when you're driving, you're kind of not really using the pin to pinpoint what's going on. You're just kind of moving it over however many miles an hour of wind you think each ring is worth. So each ring is worth, let's say, 1. So that wind, you want to move it over 2 ring worths to play the wind. So that being said, that's the ring on the ground, let's say. When you shoot here, that ring you're trying to get the bullseye on here with the arrow, that also works as the same thing as the one on the ground. So once you get your ball guide and you figure out what each club is worth when it comes to the wind for each ring, then you can use that quite well. So, that being said, we have 1.9 basically going with us, but it's still going to play the ball a little bit to the left. So, when I'm shooting these holes, you got to watch out for these little patches of rough because you do not want to end up in the rough because the rough cuts your shot in half basically. So like I said in the last video, don't worry about killing the ball. It's not going to get you anywhere because you're not really good enough. Like, it takes a long time to watch that arrow and get good at nailing it in the middle all the time. So until you get there, just the first couple of tours, 2 or 3, probably after, maybe 2 or 5, then you can start trying to overpower things. But practice on the bigger fairways and don't do it when you're, trying to get on the green or whatnot. Because you basically, like now here our friend is in the rough. So he has at the moment no chance of making the green because he's in the rough. Really, neither do I, because this hole is very difficult at the end here, because you have to go around these trees. So now I'm going to do something that you're probably not going to want to do as a first time player. But what I'm going to do to get around these trees is play it normal. And you're going to put, there's no spin on it, no curl, because you're not high enough club. But I am going to play a slice on this thing way out here. So the ball goes out and around to the right. Well, I missed. I should have played a little more slice there, but you get the drift. I just wanted to, because I can't curl the ball because I don't have the club upgraded enough, and I can't shoot it through the trees, so I have to go around them. So what I did there was use a slice to curve it around the trees. Now I didn't use enough of a slice, which of course put me in the sand trap, but I am in the sand trap really close to the green, so I'm not really worried about being able to make the green on my next shot, because it's, as you can see, easy enough to do. Now remember, the ball guide is not showing you the whole way, so this ball guide is probably going to land just in front of the green, or in front of the hole, so I don't want to be this close. So I want to back this up a bit, even though the wind is blowing right at me, so that I don't overstroke the hole like crazy. Now this, because I'm in the sand, as you can see, the arrow is moving really fast. So to get it to hit the middle takes some practice. Now I didn't even come close there, obviously, because one, I'm talking, and two, like I said, this phone that I'm using sort of glitches a little bit. Not using it as an excuse, but you're catching the drift on what you need to do with getting it in the middle of the target there. So here he took another shot, and now he's on the fringe again. So he's chipping where I'm putting, and the reason being, he's behind a shot basically, in a way now, because he put that first one in the rough. Now when you get to putting, you got to make sure you get the two arrows to line up perfectly to get your exact shot. Now when you pull your ball back, the line's going to go out, your ball guide line. And when you get it over the hole will light up with a blue light coming out of the hole. That means you're in the right spot. So make sure you're in the blue, the hole's lit up blue when you're trying to get it in the hole, because if it's not, it won't go in the hole if you hit it perfect. So there we have it. Another victory in these low levels, up to 38 trophies. But there's another tutorial for you on how to play this game as a beginner. Hope you're enjoying your games. Subscribe to the channel. There's going to be a lot more, as I'm starting a new segment here where I'm using this account to start from the bottom and work my way up. So there you have it. Please share the videos, hit that like button, and we'll catch you on the next video.